Hi there, my name is Sarah and I'm a librarian at the Bees Ferry Library branch. Today we're going to be talking about the basics of how to add animation to PowerPoint. Hopefully you can learn a few things that will make your next PowerPoint presentation more effective and concise. So let's go ahead and get started. So some goals for this and some concepts I want you to be able to take out of this are to be able to add animations, customize your effects, understand how to use the animation pane, and be able to practice with your timings. Animations can be really powerful, but they can also be really distracting. If you take away anything, take away this. Less is more. I'm sure when you think of PowerPoint presentations and animations, you probably think of something like this. Bullet points that come into view using a very standard format to do it. But I want you to know that I've been using PowerPoint animations for this presentation. On these previous 2 points, I've been using a concept of PowerPoint animation called kinetic typography. This is where text is presented over time in a manner intended to convey or evoke a particular idea or emotion. It can be more eye-catching than the traditional animations that you might think of when using PowerPoint. We're going to start by learning how to do this. First, I'm going to show you how to animate words in a text box one by one. So here on my next slide, slide number 5, I have this sentence in one text box. So this entire sentence is in one text box that I have created, and we're going to animate the words in this text box all together. And you can do that up in the Animations tab right up here. And first, you're going to need to select the box that you want to animate. That's very important. Always select the object that you want to animate first. And then we're going to select from our animation options, which is in our animation group right up here. If you use the More button, you will see right now it's selected as none, and then we have an entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion path options. For now, we're going to choose from an entrance, and I'm going to just go ahead and select the first one up here, right here. And then to customize this a little more and do it word by word, here in this animations group, this right here is going to open our animations dialog box. So go ahead and open that up. And here in the Effect tab of this dialog box, right down here is where Animate text comes into play. And it's currently selected at all at once, but I'm going to select by word. Here, seconds delayed between each words will affect the timing of how the words come into play. We're actually going to customize this a little more than what we're doing here. So I'm just going to leave that as is and select OK. And it does an automatic preview for us so you can see what it looks like. What you'll notice about this, that it isn't natural for the way we speak. And so if you're trying to pair your animations with speaking, you will actually need to create separate text boxes for each word so that you can have more control over the timing, because timing is a huge part and probably the biggest part of PowerPoint animations. So on my next slide down here, I've pre-prepared the same sentence, but this time each word has its own text box so that we can control the specific timings and animations for each word in our sentence. So to add animations to each text box, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut to select all, which is Control A. I'm on a Windows 10 laptop, so Control A, and that selects every text box we have here. Next, still in our Animations tab, I'm going to select this time Fade. They gave us a quick preview there of what that looks like. And to adjust the timings here, I'm going to open up the animation pane, which is probably the most important feature of PowerPoint animations. So here in the Advanced Animation group, I'm going to open up the animation pane. Here you can see all of our words broken up by individual animations. And this mouse icon indicates that the animation will come in when you click the mouse. And so that's what will queue up the animations. You're going to want your animations actually here when you control them with the timing. You control them and you can move and select these green boxes here, and that will help you control the animations. You're going to want it to look something like a staircase. And if you get this double-headed arrow icon, that is how you are going to move your animations one by one. And you'll move them like a staircase, and that will make your animations come in a little more naturally than what we did on the previous slide with animating one text box. This gives you a lot of control, especially to customize it for the way you speak. You take a little longer to say certain words than other, like we all do. It can be a really great way to customize your animations. Up here in the timing group of our animations tab is also some more important features. You can reorder your animations, and to do that, you can select one animation at a time, and you can move it later or earlier, depending on what you're looking to do, and that can help you really keep track here of your animations. When you get at like a staircase, it's always good to use this preview button so that you can see what it looks like. You can see jumps maybe be a little too fast, and so it really will just take some time to customize these right here. You can also use the timing group here to do a delay or the duration for each one, as well as if you want the next one to come with previous, or if you want to control each word specifically by changing it to on click. So let's preview that again to see what it looks like. So you can see there I accidentally changed something. We need to move that back over, because when you do change things, a lot of the times the timing will be reset on your animation. And that is how you add some kinetic typography to your PowerPoint animations. There's a lot that you can do with this and a lot of different animations that you can play around with different exits and entrances. And you can really customize it by changing a lot of the things.